Hello and welcome to another episode of Spoil Your Appetite. I'm Tristan, and with me today is...
Hi, I'm Brittney.
Yay! We're back again after 2 episodes that dropped. Yeah, we, as you guys have probably figured it out, we had to do 2 because I'm apparently lazy when it comes to splitting up one episode that takes up to 3 hours or so. And yeah, I mean, today's gonna be a lot smoother now that I know how to, get her on my recording Audacity and all that business. And yeah, it's mainly me doing all the talking and going into details and whatnot. So anyways, we have a lot of stuff today, and hopefully we can keep it under 3 hours or so, or 2 hours. I mean, that's the goal, hopefully. Yeah. So, how are you today?
My foot hurts, but other than that, I'm good.
Oh, that's always fun. Yeah, I'm great too. Today's my day off. Well, now it's Tuesday. Yeah, night shifts. Not the greatest, but it's whatever. So yeah. Okay. So, before we get all to the great subjects that we have for today, we have to talk about a very, very heartbreaking moment for
the main man.
Everyone, really. Everyone that's a Batman fan. Even if you don't like this Batman in particular. This is not your Batman, but you can't help but to respect the hell out of this guy. And that is Adam West passed away, and I couldn't process this, the whole thing. I mean, for me, Adam West, he was the second Batman that I saw. The first Batman I saw was Michael Keaton, and that I saw The Dark Knight. And then later, I think when I want to say 9, I got a chance to see the Adam West show, which would play the Adam West Batman 66 show on TV Land, right after school. And I don't know how I got hooked onto it. Maybe because it said Batman and that's why I watched it. But it's definitely, for that time and for what Adam and that whole show did to popularize this character to where it is now, it's even before then there was a Batman, but Adam West Batman made Batman the world know about this character and whatnot, and just really, that's where it really started off, the whole Batmania and all that business. And I mean, yeah, it was tough to I just couldn't believe he was gone, but he lived a great life. I mean, 88 years old, but I think the worst part about his death was seeing all the fan art. I mean, one in particular was from Boss Logic, and it's the shark repellent, and there's a note that says, "Dear Robin, please take care of the sharks for me, Batman." And I was just like, God, that one hurt. That one hurt really hard. I mean, and there's a lot, and they're great and all, but God damn it, it's just, I mean, I love the tributes, I really do. And another one that really killed me, I don't know if you saw this, and I've seen all of this on Tumblr. So Tumblr, I have a new appreciation for Tumblr, especially the accounts I follow, which is all nerd. I don't know who I forget who the artist is, but it's a picture of a TV, and on the outside is Batman and Robin on the rope climbing on the side of the TV, and there's this kid watching. I'm just that's where it started. I mean, it was hard. I mean, yeah. So what did you think about the Adam West? I mean, what was your process just dealing with Adam passing away.
Well, when I found out, it was when you told me, and in all honesty, we were talking about Wonder Woman beforehand.
Yeah.
So when you said don't go online, I was like, oh yeah, I know not to go online, because I thought you were talking about Wonder Woman spoilers.
Right.
And then you were like, I'm just going to go ahead and tell you Batman dies. And I was like, Batman's in Wonder Woman? And then later on, I went on Tumblr and I saw like all of the Adam West things, and I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's what he meant. And so then it was kind of just like and then people keep bringing it up to me because people know that I'm a Batman fan.
Yeah.
So like today, I was saying, I was actually talking about Wonder Woman today, and I brought up Batman, and like both my mom and stepdad were like, Batman's dead. And I went, what? Like, again, I was just like, what? I was like, he's not dead. And they're like, the real and true Batman's dead. Like, Batman's dead. And I was like, guys,
right.
I mean, yeah, he was an awesome Batman, but Batman's not dead. Batman lives on no matter what.
Yeah, I mean, basically, I mean, they're just saying their Batman has died, and
right.
Like, I mean, that's the thing. For them, like for our parents' generation, there's only one Batman, and some people say it's Adam West, others say it's Michael Keaton. But I mean, really, out of all the Batman, you got to have the most respect for is Adam. I mean, especially when you look at the history, the whole Batmania, it's just all that craze and whatnot, and like, I can still watch that show and not enjoy the hell out of it, because at that time, that was a different time, and everything was very nice, very not so dark and whatnot, and just, that show just taught, it was for kids, and just taught them how to be a great person and all that business, and just do the right thing, and just, oh man, and I mean, I think it's hard to say honestly, without Adam West, Batman, we wouldn't be friends right now, as we talked about it on the last episode. I think
we actually talked about that the very first episode we did.
Yeah.
We relived it.
Yeah, I mean, seriously, without that ridiculous bomb scene, that to me is like the best Batman 66 moment for me ever,
right?
Because it's so ridiculous, and if you didn't think the show, actually that was the movie, but if you didn't understand the show, like if you're like, oh, it's not that campy, it's like, first off, how can you not see that it's that campy? And if you can't, go watch that scene, because oh my god, does it take him like a good, what feels like 4 minutes to get rid of that bomb. I'm sure it's less, but still, it feels like forever, and it's just great. There's ducks, there's nuns, there's a couple in the boat, and all this business. And and honestly, he is still the last Batman to not wear a bodysuit, like a patch-up suit, like he's wearing skin tight. That's all him, and god damn it, was it tough. And it's crazy because I listen to a lot of podcasts, and I don't know, I can't remember when, but I think it was like several years ago. He never had a star on the boulevard in California. Like, how stars have their own stars and whatnot on that walkway or whatever, boulevard I think it's called.
I'm not sure what it is called.
You know what I'm talking about though, right?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So he never had his own star, and one person who is a fan and works in radio, his name is Ralph Garman, actually got him a star, worked his ass off to get him a star, and it just blew my mind that Adam West never had his own star. It's like, I mean, come on, you got to look at that time and what he did at the time and how popular that show was at the time. And yeah, it's hard. I mean, it kind of now begs the question, will the next animated 66 movie come out, which was supposed to feature, you know, him coming back as Batman and voice work. Yeah, there's an animated 66 Batman movie that came out last year. Did you see that by any chance?
No.
Oh.
I didn't even know about it.
Oh wow, it's out there and it's charming as hell. It's great, and the sequel was I'm sure it's still happening. I mean, I gotta imagine he did some voice work, and opposite side he was gonna go up against Two-Face, and William Shatner was gonna voice Two-Face, and I was just like, that is so genius, and hopefully it does come out. But yeah, Adam West, you know, just such a loss for Batman fans in general. I mean, my dad is not a fan of the 66 Batman, but even when I told him, he was like, ow, that fucking hurt. Like, that really hurt. And
yeah,
like, deep down, he does appreciate what Adam did do for Batman, because, you know, like I said, without him, you don't get Batflag, you don't get Michael Keaton as Batman, you don't get, you know, the Batman, the animated series, you don't get Batman, you don't see, you know, Batman being everywhere if it weren't for Adam West. So I thought we just, you know, take a moment of silence to, you know, for Adam. So okay, alright, let's go on to, you know, the topics that we have. No more sad, no more tears, nothing. Let's get on to some happy thoughts, just happy thoughts. Okay, so, first things first, Star Wars. I'm excited, and yeah, I know this is like
Luke's daughter. Rey is Luke's daughter.
Yeah. Yeah. We're kind of late on most of this stuff, but who cares? Anyway, Star Wars. I'm excited.
I knew that from the moment I saw her.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh.
The moment I found out that Luke was gone, and then she went through her whole story about her parents left her and said that they'd be back, I was like, Luke's her father.
Right. I mean, wow, that you caught on real quick. I didn't. Oh, wait. You just recently got into Star Wars, didn't you?
No, okay. I've been into Star Wars, and I've loved it and all that stuff, but I didn't see them until the 7 came out.
The Force Awakens.
Any of them until 7 came out. And then that's when I finally watched all of them.
And that's when... So you never saw the Star Wars movies. Like, you knew they were there.
Yeah, but I never had them. And so when 7 came out, I was like, okay, I need them now, so I'm, like, up to date on everything. And, because, like, if I didn't see them, I wouldn't have cared that Han Solo died. Like, I would not have cared. I would have been like, oh, okay, cool. Right. But, like, I watched all of... literally, I watched all of them within 2 days, and then the next day after those 2 days, I went to go see the new one.
Yeah.
And, like, I cried.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that was pretty rough. And spoilers if you haven't seen The Force Awakens, which is, like, I don't... if you're not a Star Wars fan, I mean, unless you're, like, Star Trek all day, every day, fine. That's cool. I love both. So, you can't really do anything about it. Yeah, so, wow, you got, like, late in the game with Star Wars. I mean, you liked it, but you never saw the movies?
Right. I always loved Darth Maul and Darth Vader. Because I played the Lego games. Like, I wasn't just, like, totally out of it. Like, I played the Lego games. Mm-hmm. And I will tell you though, I felt like a complete idiot because I thought this whole entire time, like I thought Darth Vader was like Luke's father, but I thought for some reason that Anakin changed his name to Luke. And then, like, for some reason, I don't know why. So I was like, oh, cool, Luke. Because Anakin, if I remember correctly, didn't know his parents either. If I remember.
No. He grew up with his mom, but he never knew his dad.
Okay, he didn't know his dad.
Right.
Right. So I was like, oh, okay, so cool. Anakin got his father back. Well, then I watched it. I watched it from 1 to 6. Like, I didn't do the whole 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3. Like,
oh my
I was like,
God.
I already know that Luke's father is there. So I was watching it, and I'm like, wait, Anakin's Darth Vader? Then who the freak's Luke? And then I realized, and I was like, oh,
wow.
All right.
Wow.
Yep.
That's
complete blind moment.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, totally. So did you? So you watched all the movies before The Force Awakens?
Heck yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
Binge watched it.
Yeah, must have been a great binge. I mean, I love it. The prequels, 1 and through 3, and I love them. And now looking back at them, I see why people hate them so much. And I'm not going to disagree at all, but I can't hate them all. I mean, I can definitely agree on that. Anakin is just, I mean, hating Christian as Anakin Skywalker, he's very fucking whiny and whatnot. And Natalie Portman, not the greatest in that movie, and I don't know, it's just too much politics. Yeah, I give him that too. And yeah, it's very hard for me to like watch a movie that's fully into politics, like especially when it's Star Wars. Like when I go into Star Wars, I'm expecting a fun space movie, and that's right. What you get from 1 through 3, yes, but it's not like the original where it's like less politics and whatnot, and it's more like we just gotta do this mission and whatnot. But I will say the best thing out of the 1 through 3 is definitely Ian McGregor as Obi-Wan Kenobi. Like that, he is the reason why I can still watch those movies. And honestly, I'm in that camp where I want to see a Obi-Wan Kenobi anthology movie that takes place after Revenge of the Sith, because as you know, Brittney, if you didn't have a blonde moment, that Obi-Wan and Ben Kenobi are the same person. So
oh yeah, I figured that out.
Yeah, so I want to see that, like, what has he been doing? You know, he's been staying on Tatooine, keeping his eye on Luke Skywalker. Like, what is he doing? Like, there's a great comic. It's only like one issue in the Star Wars comics. It came out, I think it was last year or so, or the year before, and it basically tells a little story of what Obi-Wan has been kind of doing. He's just been trying to survive through the heat and whatnot, and it's like, I want to see that. I mean, if they can do it, like, not get that kind of, like, Logan vibe with it, I mean, really, I mean, I would love to see it. I mean, it's definitely, but not super dark or anything like that, but just like, what's this guy's mindset going through all of this? I mean, he just lost, you know, his friend. I'm not going to say brother, because I don't buy that they were brothers at all. I mean, he just lost his friend to the dark side and all that business, and it's just like, what like, psychologically, that's got to fuck him up in the head, and, you know, everything is just gone. Like, all the Jedi are just basically gone. He is, like, the last Jedi out there, and they're just, all of them are just gone. Unless you watch Rebels, of course, which I haven't seen, but I've seen, like, really awesome like moments in it, and it kind of does make me want to watch the Clone Wars and then Rebels, because I saw the fight between Darth Vader and Ahsoka Tano, and I was like, and for someone who hasn't watched the Clone Wars or Rebels, that was like deep as hell, especially because I don't know if you saw the clip where they fight. Did you by any chance see that clip?
I haven't watched the animated Star Wars.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I really need to get on it, because Ahsoka was part of the Clone Wars, and then she came back in Rebels, and Darth Vader and Ahsoka are fighting, and I think Ahsoka knows that Darth Vader is Anakin, but there's this one moment where she gets him in the face, and you see, Darth Vader's mask is kind of cut off, and you can see Anakin's eye or whatever, and Ahsoka is like, I think the building's coming down or whatever, and Ahsoka's like, I'm not leaving you. And Darth Vader's like, then you will die. And at that point, it's just like, it was like a holy shit moment. It was like, he's really gone. Like, he is really gone. Anakin is just gone and dead. There is no Anakin. There's only Darth Vader. And that moment was like, oh, I really want to watch this show now, especially the Clone Wars. But yeah, that was just like, that was deep. And for a show that's like kid friendly at times, I love that it has its like, adult moments where adults can watch it as well. So yeah. So what's your favorite Star Wars movie? Brittney?
I don't know what number it is, but I really, really enjoy Darth Maul.
Okay, so that's the Phantom Menace.
Yep.
That's the first one, episode 1.
I really wish he would have lasted more.
Yeah, I mean, but that's the thing. You can watch the Clone Wars and get more Darth Maul, because he does come back.
Yeah, I know, but I don't know. I tried watching the animated. It just didn't really, hook me in.
Yeah, I get it. And that was before Disney bought Star Wars. Like, it was still on Cartoon Network. And then Disney, bought it. And yeah, I kind of want to watch it too, because I recently, and he's in Rebels as well, Star Wars Rebels, and they finally show how he really goes out, and I was blown away. So and he gets betrayed at the end of Clone Wars. Like, Palpatine basically tries to kill him, and then in Rebels he's helping the main stars of Rebels, and somehow he ends up on Tatooine, and he can just feel Kenobi in the Force, and so he's just traveling looking for Kenobi, and he's just, because I imagine he's just hell-bent on taking him out, and then finally Darth Maul finally finds him, and they have a quick, like a legit 10-second fight. And I saw a lot of people bitching about it, and I get it, but for me, I understood what it meant. So they're fighting, and for 10 seconds, Darth Maul, no, Kenobi blocks him, and this is old Ben Kenobi, and Ben basically blocks Darth Maul, pushes him back, and then stabs him, and they have this bittersweet moment, and I don't know what the quote was, but I may have read like something that was fan or whatever instead of what the original was, and yeah, it was interesting, because it just shows you where the characters are at this point in time. Like, Darth Maul is full of rage and hell-bent, while Kenobi is kind of more in that wisdom, smart, never attack first, just very peaceful, and just takes him out. And I was just like, and that even got me in the feels. I was like, for someone who hasn't even watched a single episode and only clips of the show, that was pretty damn awesome. And the voice actor, I don't know who voiced Kenobi, but god damn it, was it spot on. Just as old Ben Kenobi. But yeah, so your favorite Star Wars movie is The Phantom Menace with Darth Maul.
Yeah.
Because it's Darth Maul. I mean,
yep.
Yeah. I mean, God, I mean, apparently I was 3 when I saw that movie, and I have no recollection seeing that movie. I remember seeing Attack of the Clones and Revenge of the Sith. And I remember after Revenge of the Sith, I got up from my seat. My legs were killing me. My legs basically fell asleep, and I was like, oh my god, I can't walk. But yeah, it's interesting looking back at those movies now, because I'm just like, they're not as good as I thought they were. I don't know, maybe I have to watch the whole thing, because I recently watched the Anakin versus Obi-Wan in episode 3, and because I was just curious, I wanted to watch it again, and I watched it. I was like, why the hell is this fight so fucking long? Like, oh my god, this is like annoying as hell. And there's a moment in it where I literally laughed and was like, what the fuck? And it's when they're in that building. I don't know if you remember this, but it's pretty hard not to forget this. But they're swiping at each other, and then they just, for like a quick second or two, they're spinning their lightsabers and then strike each other. And I was like, why are they flipping their lightsabers? I mean, at that point, I would have just been like, you're dead. Like, if you're going to flip your lightsaber, I'm going to stab you. Like, oh my god. Do you remember that moment? Or
I think I remember it.
Oh my god. It's so noticeable, and it's just like, it was just crazy. And I saw like one of the facts on it that apparently, you know how they're fighting and they're like super fast? That's actually them. And I was like, but yeah, what? But why was the fight so fucking long? Like, that's my question. I'm like, why is it dragging out? I don't understand. Like, you take away, the cuts to Yoda versus the Emperor, it's still a pretty damn long fight, and I don't understand it. So, anyways, I mean, for me, my favorite Star Wars movie it's Rogue One. From last year, Star Wars Rogue One. And
really?
Yeah, really. I mean, there was one particular moment. I mean, before Rogue One ever came out, Empire Strikes Back was my favorite, because it just didn't... the title says it all. The Empire Strikes Back, and the Empire won. It ends on a downer, basically. Han, gets captured, and is being moved, it's being like, he's frozen in carbonite, and Boba Fett is giving him to Jabba, and Luke loses his hand, and he finds out that his father is the most murderous Sith Lord ever. Like, it just doesn't end on a happy note, and I just love that. And with Rogue One, it's kind of the same thing, but instead, the rebels win. But I think why I love that movie so much is because there's no Jedi. I mean, there's a Sith Lord, and I'll get into that in a second. But it just felt like a war movie. It felt like a war movie set in Star Wars. Like,
yeah,
it was just great, and I loved everything about it. Like, I think I don't even have a problem with any of it at all. If I had to take one shot at it, I can't really do it. Like, I loved all the characters, especially K2SO. Just oh my god, he was the greatest ever. Like, talk about the most smart ass robot in the Star Wars universe. I mean, he's great.
I mean, he was the only one that could talk.
I mean,
pretty much.
Exactly. And the fact that he was once an Imperial droid, that's amazing. But, of course, the highlight of that movie for me was Darth Vader just really not having it and just kills a bunch of rebels. And that was the one thing. That was the one thing I said that was my one expectation. And, as you know, I don't usually go in a movie with expectation, but the one thing I just wanted to see from that movie, it's like, okay, if Darth Vader's going to be in it, I need to see him wreck some rebels. That's all I want to see. I don't necessarily need him to be a main villain or whatever. And so when that happened, at first it was like, oh, they did it, they got the plans and all that business, and it was just ending. I was like, oh fuck, really? I was like, oh man, whatever. But I didn't hear that. Maybe I don't think I heard that he was like, Darth Vader was like, prepare a boarding plane, like prepare a boarding plane, because one of the rebel ships was like still out there, and he's like, prepare a boarding plane. I missed that part, and so I didn't see it coming at all. And then the rebels, and it's got that music, and it's like, they got the disc with the plans, and then they're trying to open the door and it's not opening, and then all of a sudden there's this they just show it. It's like darkness, and you hear a door open, and it's like, in that whole moment I'm like, oh fuck, it's happening, it's really happening. And then beautifully he just turns on the lightsaber, and I'm just like, oh my god, yes. And there he goes. He's just really like, just no hesitation at all, just not missing a beat at all when it comes to like slicing down these rebels. And then he gets that into that ship, and you can just tell he is fucking pissed, and he's just like, I cannot believe that just fucking happened. I mean, and I don't know if you saw how it should have ended for Rogue One, but I mean, realistically, he could have gotten those plans. He could have just like sliced that guy's hand off and just use the Force to grab it. But oh my god, it was just great. And the fact that 5 or 10 minutes later, that's when New Hope starts. And I saw someone put it together, and I was just like, it works, and you understand why Vader is so fucking pissed at that moment. He's like, where are those plans? And I'm just, yeah, Rogue One, favorite Star Wars movie, because not just for that Darth Vader scene, but because it's a war movie set in Star Wars. So nice. Yeah, as far as the new trilogy goes, I'm loving it. And for someone, I mean, for me, Star Wars was always about the live action movies. I never cared for the animated shows or whatever. And so when it was announced Star Wars was coming back, I was one of those stupid people that was like, oh, it's Disney, they're gonna F it up. But then, of course, my dad was like, Disney owns those Marvel movies, right? I was like, oh, I didn't know that. And then they bring on J.J. Abrams, which at that time, I didn't see his Star Trek movies. And then when I saw his Star Trek movies, I was like, okay, yeah, I'm totally in. And, I like both versions, new and old, of Star Trek. So, in case anyone wants to get on my case about that. But yeah, The Force Awakens, going to the theater. I saw it with the fam, saw it with mom and everyone. And I remember, I was waiting for that drum beat, of course, but of course Disney owns it. And when it, they blast that music, and I just, tears were just, I was just like, oh my god, it's back. And then first, I love the first like opening line of the where we're at, basically the opening crawl, which is like Luke is gone basically, and it's just like the wonders. And overall, I love The Force Awakens, I really do. Yeah, it's not my favorite, but damn, I love that we're back, and Han Solo getting killed. I mean, it was pretty. That was kind of like, damn, that was rough, but I mean, I think our parents' generation got the worst of it, though, because that was Han Solo, and that must have been really traumatizing for the people, you know, of my parents,
Right.
our parents' generation. But yeah, I loved everything, and I never realized how, what's-his-face, Kylo Ren, he's so damn pretty. Like, and how does he get all of his hair into that tiny mask?
Alright, I'm actually kind of glad you brought that up, because Kylo Ren does not look like a bad guy at all.
I know, like, I mean, he's so damn pretty. Like
that, to me, that was a poor choice on Disney.
Right. But I guess now...
At least have him, like, have a scar or something to make him
And, yeah, apparently he
evil.
he is going to have a scar now, apparently, and...
He did get cut, so...
In The Last Jedi. But, yeah, I was just, like, I was so taken away. It's like, he's so damn pretty, like... And, again, the hair thing. It's like, how do you get all of that into your mask or whatever? But, yeah, I loved everything about it. But the one thing... Anytime I watch that movie, though, the one thing that just, you know, makes me get a tear or makes me cry is the moment we finally see Luke Skywalker, and just based off of his facial expressions just says it all. Just like so much pain, and this shit just hit the shit he has gone through.
Right.
Like, has not been great for him at all. And so, yeah, I'm looking forward to The Last Jedi. And yeah, so far, The Last Jedi, I'm loving it. I really hope we get to see how into the Force Luke is. So, I'm looking forward to that. Yeah. Any thoughts on Star Wars overall? Like,
I want a lightsaber.
I think we all do. I mean, I think with the technology now, it's totally possible we can make lightsabers, but I think
People have already made lightsabers.
I gotta imagine they have. And yeah, that's what we should do. Just get rid of all the guns and replace them with lightsabers. I mean, it'd be a fun war. I mean, I hate to say that, but it'd be a more fun war, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, no one likes war, but if you want to make it fun, I guess, get some lightsabers and yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Anything else?
Not really. It's kind of bad. Like, I really like Star Wars, but I don't have a lot to say about it.
You're not, like, deep into nerdism when it comes to it. Like, you like the movies, but you can't go into, like, you know, depth with it.
Right.
Like I just was. Alright,
Right.
so how about we go into something you are a part, like, deep into the nerdism, and... But before we get to that, let's real quick talk about 13 Reasons Why.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll start it off because I know
Right.
you have a lot to say about it.
Okay.
So for me, 13 Reasons Why, I mean, I probably saw like some promotional stuff on like IGN, but I didn't know what it was about. Like, I didn't know it was based off of a book and all that business, but the only thing I knew about it was that Selena Gomez was attached to it, and she was very passionate about this project, and so I was like, okay, I'll check it out. First episode I watched, and it gets like dark real quick, and I was like, oh, it deals with suicide. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm watching it, and then the cassette tapes come in, and I'm like, okay. And right off the back, and this is like in the first 15 minutes, I guess, and I'm like, you know what, it would have been better if this like set place in the 90s, but then it goes on, and it's like, oh, there's a reason why it's in modern times, and there's a reason why she's using these tapes. Okay, I get it now. And overall, I enjoyed the hell out of this. Like, it's like I enjoyed it in the aspect of like, you know, this is kind of like where we are when it comes to suicide, especially these times. Like, I never dealt with that kind of depression before and suicide, but I've known people who have suffered with depression, and who have wanted to commit suicide. And so at the end of the day, I'm glad this exists, because this is not something to, like, really to be making fun of or anything like that, because this shit really does happen. It's not a fucking game at all. And they actually show, Hannah Baker, committing suicide, and talk about the hardest scene moment ever in television for me to watch. Like, that was tough to watch, because all I could think about was the people that I know that probably would have done this. And I was just like, I can't. I really can't. Like, that was hard. And afterwards, I finished it, and I really appreciate this show so much, because, it's broken up into pieces, and it shows that, it's like, for the characters, it has an effect on them. Like, they don't feel great at all. Like, some of them are like saying, oh, it's all bullshit and whatnot, but deep down they know it's real. Like, they know this actually happened. And yeah, 13 Reasons Why, that's probably my favorite Netflix original show outside of, the Marvel stuff or whatever, right? And right next to Dear White People, which I don't know if you saw Dear White People, but did you by any chance?
No.
Okay, so, but I will say this, I want to say it's 10 episodes long, and it's only 30 minutes, but I'm sure we'll talk about that later, or I will in this solo show. But yeah, 13 Reasons Why, I really appreciate it for what it did, and honestly, I don't need a second season. Like, yes, I know there's more stuff that needs to be told or whatever, but I thought it was perfect. Like, leave the mystery there. And so, but again, I don't have to watch it. Yeah, it'll pop up. It's not like I'm going to be forced to watch it, but yeah, I mean, for me, I like the mystery being there. And yeah, so 13 Reasons Why. I'll let you take it away, Brittney.
All right. So I wasn't going to watch it. Mm-hmm. Like, I heard about it and all of this stuff, and I heard people telling me it was about suicide, and I was like, there's no way that it could really be that good, and it's about suicide. So one day, pretty much every time I start a new show, it's because I'm bored and I see it on Netflix. So, okay, why not? So I was like, let's just see what everybody's talking about. So pretty much I ended up binge watching the whole entire season within 2 days. It was a weekend. We're fine.
Same.
And so I had so many emotions running through me. I had anger. I had sadness. Mm-hmm. It was just like so many emotions got brought out. I was angry because nobody was doing a damn thing. Like, everybody saw what was happening, but nobody was doing anything about it, which made me so angry. But then it also got me thinking, because I don't know if you either remember him or know him, but David Wright. Yeah.
I mean, I never met him, but I've heard the name and I heard what happened.
Yeah, he was my best friend.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, when I watched this, I was like, shit, I know it was like an accidental, like, suicidal thing, but was there anything like I could have done? Like, could I have somehow prevented it? And so, like, I was just getting so angry. Like, it became to a point where I had to pause it, get up, and leave my room so that way I could just, like, cool down, because I was yelling at my screen. Just because it was just aggravating me so much. Just the fact that everybody saw that it was happening, but nobody did a damn thing. And I was like, how can people be this stupid? And then I realized that everybody around the world, there's always somebody doing this to themselves, and nobody realizes it because nobody really wants to see it. And so it kind of just like opens your mind to all of the things that might be happening. And like, if somebody tries to come and talk to you about something, don't just like brush it off. Listen to what they have to say, and don't just tell them to just forget about it like that stupid ass counselor did. Like, you need to listen to them and hear them out and like try and help them. Like, I remember some of my friends they hated me for it, but eventually they like actually appreciated it. They were cutting themselves, and I told them that they needed to stop because it was dangerous to them or whatever. And I was like, you need help. And they were like, I don't need help, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, if you don't stop, I'm going to go to the counselor and she's going to do something about it. And they were like, don't do that. That's stupid, blah, blah, blah. I can stop whenever I want, blah, blah, blah. And when I saw like new scars or whatever, I was like, that's it. So I went to the counselor and I was like, I'm worried about my friends. Like, they're cutting themselves and they're hurting themselves and I feel like they need help. So they hated me for it because they got called into the counselor's office and they had to do like some counselor sessions. But eventually but now they're like living their life happy and with like their significant others and all of this stuff. And it's just, I know, like, I'm not saying like if I wouldn't have gone to the counselor they'd be dead. Like, I'm not saying that, right. But I know that I helped them a little bit, because if I wasn't there to help them, then they'd probably still be cutting themselves. Like, I don't know what would have happened if I didn't like step in. And so it's just like all of these emotions like just bottled up, but then at the same time there's people out there now doing the same thing that Hannah Baker's doing. They're killing themselves and leaving behind tapes for people to listen to.
Seriously?
Yeah, there's been cases of that where it's copycat suicidals, which is why a lot of people do not want this up anymore. They don't want it up and they don't want it to be broadcasted because of that reason. There's copycat suicidal people and they'll do that. And so, I mean, I appreciate what they were doing and I'm glad that they brought that attention to everybody, but at the same time, there's people out there who think that nobody cares about them and they're in a very low place, and they see that all the attention that Hannah was getting from those tapes after she was gone, and so they just think if I do that, somebody's going to finally realize, hey, I'm here. And we shouldn't even be realizing that after the fact. We need to be realizing that before the fact. So if somebody ever comes up to you and talks to you about something, don't just brush it off. You need to listen to that crap, because it could mean life or death for some people. You never know what they're feeling inside. You might be their last hope. You might be the 13th tape. You don't know. And I was just getting so heated, and I was actually on Discord with a couple of my friends who were playing video games, and I was like yelling into the mic, and I was like crying, and I was just so emotional, and my friends were like, are you okay? And I was like, no, I'm not okay. And so eventually when I finally finished the last episode, I was just so distraught. Like I had to like leave the chat room. I had to like close down like Netflix. I had to just close it. And one of my guy friends, he messaged me. He's like, are you okay? And I'm like, no, I'm not. And he was like, do you want to talk about it? And I was like, sure. And I don't think he was expecting the whole entire like freaking paragraph I sent him, because I talked about Hannah, I talked about my friend David, and then I also talked about like some conversations that I have with people, because like I'm not suicidal or anything, I'm not, but I've always wondered, like, if something did happen to me, how many people would actually be sad about it, you know? Like, how many people would be affected by the fact that I'm not here anymore? And I know when you bring this up to people, and this is one thing that kind of like ticks me off sometimes, because like when you bring it up to people, they just go, oh, I'll miss you, and kind of just like brush it off, because nobody wants to talk about death. Nobody wants to talk about it. But like when you say, hey, I don't think anybody's going to miss me when I'm gone, you can't just brush that shit off. Like, you don't know what's going in your mind. Like, granted, people know me and they know I'm never going to like kill myself or anything, because I don't want to do that to the people around me. And plus, my life isn't great, but it's not so shitty that I'm willing to end my life for it. But it's just the fact that if I ever do talk about it, people just brush it off and say, oh, I'll miss you, and then try and change the subject. Like, wow. No, talk about it with me. Don't just say, yeah, I'll miss you, because you're one person out of like the hundreds of people I know. Like, I know my family, and all, like, my family's gonna miss me, obviously, because they're my family. Like, that's usually what happens. But like with the friends, like, are the people that I don't talk to anymore going to miss me when they find out? Or are they just going to be like, oh yeah, I used to know her, whatever. Like, are my close friends going to miss me? I know they're close, but like, some people might just be like, oh, well, we had a good run. And it's just, sometimes, like, I overthink a lot. Like, I get into my brain so much that sometimes I'm just like, would, like, any of this, is, like, anything that I do in my life even, like, worth it? Like, is it, like, people actually gain something in their life with me in it? Like, if I wasn't here, would they still be the same person they are today? And, or if I just vanished, like, what would happen? Like, would they be sad? Like, what would be going on? So, like, it's just aggravated me to a point because, like, you don't know what's going on in somebody's mind. You don't know what's going on in somebody's heart. You don't know what's going on behind the scenes. Like, I've become hella good at faking a smile. Like, my whole high school career, half the time it was a fake smile, a fake laugh, and all of that stuff. Because, I mean, it's high school for one, so nobody's always happy at high school. But, like, there was stuff going on in the background that I just didn't want to talk to people about because I was also the person that everybody came to for their problems and their emotions and their feelings, and I didn't really have anybody for that. Like, I thought I did, but it usually got, like, turned around to where they started talking about themselves, and I would just be like, oh, okay, and just, like, start listening. And so I never really had somebody like that. Yeah, like, I mean, I have my mom, but sometimes you don't need a parent. Sometimes you need, like, a friend, and I didn't really have that. Now, I realize now that I do have that, at least in one person, and she's my best friend, and I'm so grateful that I have her because I know that I can come to her and talk to her, and she knows that she can come and talk to me, and we kind of just, like, bounce our feelings off each other. And it's just, like, I was talking to another one of my friends actually about the whole, if I was gone, nobody would really miss me, and he looked at me, he was like, I would. And then it was kind of like it kind of made me feel awkward because, like, it's not because of the reason, like, he said it, but, like, it was because he said it, and I, like, actually felt the emotion behind what he said for, like, the first time. Somebody actually, like, it actually felt like somebody meant that they would miss me. And so I got actually uncomfortable with the fact that, dude, this dude's serious. So I tried to jokingly, because we were in, like, a group setting, so I tried to jokingly say, oh, well, he wouldn't miss me. And the guy looked at me, and he was like, he would probably miss you the most. And I was like, oh God, like, I mean, because it's weird, because, like, you look for that, like, emotion and then that trueness in somebody's eyes when they say that, but then, like, the moment I found it, it became like a, holy crap, he's serious. And then that's kind of like when I realized I found true friends. Like, I found them, and like, I found the people that if I vanished within the next day, would be truly sad if I was gone. And it kind of made me feel really good inside because it kind of reassured me, like, hey, somebody's there. And sorry, I'm rambling, but
no, it's fine.
I felt like I've been wanting to say all this to somebody at some point, just because I tried talking to somebody else about it, and they kind of just were like, oh, okay, Brittney. But it just, like, every October 30th, I cry, because that's the day that David left. And, like, I don't cry in front of people. I'm not that type of person. I cry in my bed alone. And, like, I've finally gotten to a point where I don't cry when I talk about it. So I can actually, like, pass on the message about, like, how he died and, like, what we can do to prevent it. Like, hey, don't choke yourself. I even, like, made a YouTube video about it, and I remember so clearly when I found out how he died, I actually went to the principal at our school, and I was like, hey, we need to make awareness about this and tell people, hey, this is bad. You might think you're invincible, but you're not. Like, this can actually lead to killing yourself. And he told me no, because if we promote it, then more than likely students will want to do it. And that kind of just made me furious. I'm like, you just lost a student because of this. Why aren't you getting it out there, telling people about it? Why aren't you offering counseling for people who might be in danger? Like, why aren't you doing anything? And like 13 Reasons Why just like initiated that even more. Like, people saw what was going on and they just didn't do a damn thing. They just let it happen. Like, she lost so many friends, and then the one person who could help her was a freaking faculty like staff, and he just said, oh, you'll just have to brush it off. Like, the fuck? No, don't brush it off. Freaking find him and just do something. And like, I'm really glad, I forget his name now, but I'm really glad that guy finally started like doing things about these tapes instead of just listening to them and passing them on. I think it was Clay. Was it Clay?
Clay, yeah.
I'm like so glad, because I mean, now the whole revenge part probably wasn't the best idea, but like kind of like confronting them about it is something that I was really like happy with, because if you just listen to the tapes and like shoo them off, it's exactly like ignoring her in real life again. You're just going, oh, okay, that happened, push it along. And so when I found out that the faculty teacher was actually the 13th tape, I was like, you damn right you should be. The girl came to you talking about how she got raped and all this stuff, and you just said shake it off. Like, what? Yeah. And so I'm so glad that Clay went to what's his face and had him admit it. And like, I was cheering. Like, I was in my room cheering for him. And it just, when it was over, I was just so emotionally drained, because I was crying. I was happy that she was finally like being seen, and I was also angry at everybody who just ignored the tapes even after all these clear signs saying that everything was happening. And I just I have no words. Like,
right, yeah,
it just, okay, I'm gonna stop talking now.
Okay, I totally. Yeah, 13 Reasons Why. I mean, the whole controversy thing. At one point, I get it. The other point, it's all comes down to the parents. The parents need to step in, and look, it needs to be shown. It needs to be shown, because like you were just pointing out, this happens. This is not, it's not pretty to watch at all, but this is the realest take you're ever going to see. And if you're not okay with your child seeing it, then do something. Either block, change the Netflix password, or, don't give them, don't just block them away. Like, try your best to prevent them from seeing that, if you're so worried about it. And if not, then that's on you. Like, honestly, you are the parents of your child. You want to prevent something, you can't just take it down, because one, Netflix is a large company, and yes, it's a touchy subject, but it needs to be shown. It's gonna be shown one way or another, and there's not getting around it. And honestly, it comes down to parents. Like, the parents need to relax. If you're worried about, your child being with that, or if you're not sure if your child is like, because, kids don't really speak up. No one ever wants to talk about what they're feeling, suicide, depression, or anything like that. And if you're worried that your child could be that, suffers with depression and suicide, then you need to prevent them from seeing that, whether it's, like I said, changing the password to your Netflix. Prevent it. I mean, because, seriously.
The thing is I've noticed that parents don't know. Like,
right.
They don't see it, because what I've seen, and I mean, I don't see a lot of suicidal people, but what I have seen, is they're really good at faking it.
Oh, God, yeah.
So the parents don't see it, because they just see this happy teen who is like upstairs doing her homework or his homework. Right. They just don't see it. And so, I mean, I can't, like, I understand what you're saying about how if the parents think it, but in all honesty, if they think so, they either need to get their child counseling or talk to them. Don't just block the 13 reasons why.
Right.
You need to, like, talk to them. And you just I don't know, it's just, I don't think it's fully the parents' fault.
Right.
I do think that you need to have that relationship with your child where they know that they can come to you about anything. But you should also have, like, a good communication with your child to where you can initiate the conversation, not just wait for your child to come up to you and talk. Because a lot of times that doesn't happen. Like, my mom and I, we have a great relationship. I tell my mom everything. Granted, she might not want to know everything, but I tell her everything because that's just our relationship. I know that I can come to her and she won't judge me at all. She'll listen, she'll give me her advice, and then that'll be the end of it. But I've had a lot of friends who are rude to their parents. They're rude to their parents. They have a very bad attitude, and they, like, cuss at their parents, which if I ever cussed at my mom, I would get slapped so hard in the face.
Yeah.
Like,
just...
And I look at that and I'm like, how can you have that relationship with your mom or your dad? Like, I don't understand, because if I had that relationship with my mom, I'd be lost. Right. Because my mom is like she's like the biggest supporter I have. She's my stone. Mm-hmm. She helps me through everything, and I know that if I was upset or having, like, problems, I would go to her or my friend or somebody. Just, like, I wouldn't let it fester. And I mean, granted, the biggest problems that I have in life right now are guys, but
yeah, well,
it's
I wouldn't know. Well, you never know.
It's just like, but I don't know. It just, if you ever have, like, if you even have the slightest bit thought process that somebody might need help them. Try and talk to them. Like, maybe, like, they might tell you, no, I don't want to talk. Don't pressure them into talking, because that's just going to make them aggravated even more. But, like, at least they know, hey, you tried. And, like, I remember reading this story about this, I believe he was Asian. This Asian kid was walking home, and these bullies came and just, like, trashed his textbooks on the ground, blah, blah, blah. Well, then this kid came up and was like, hey, let me help you. And then, like, they started talking, and they actually became really best friends. Well, that Asian became valedictorian. And when he was in his valedictorian speech, he actually brought his best friend up, because he said that day he was going to go home and kill himself because of all of the bullies and all of the things that was just happening in his life. But the thing that made him change his mind was the kindness that his best friend showed him on that day. And so, I mean, when I read that, I was like, that just proves that you don't know what kind of impact you can have if you just try. You don't know what's going on in somebody's life. Like, that's why I try and smile at everybody I make eye contact with, or kind of, like, nod or something, just to show, hey, I see you. We made eye contact, which is kind of weird because I don't know you, but we still make eye contact. Like, I'm going to acknowledge you. Like, I'm not just going to, like, stare at you weirdly. And so it's just, like, you just don't know what a smile or, like, a kind gesture can do to somebody. Like, you just don't know. That's why I try and be as nice as I possibly can to anybody that I meet. Like, granted, I'm shy. I'm so shy when it comes to meeting new people, but I try really hard to keep a conversation going. I try really hard to be nice. Like, if they need a few extra bucks to pay for something and I have it, I'm like, hey, I got you. Like, you don't have to pay me back. It's whatever. I don't care. I just try and help people, just because I have read these stories about people who overcome suicide, or the people who have committed suicide, and then I've felt it firsthand as a best friend who, like, lost their best friend. Like, early on, I felt the pain that comes with it, and I still feel the pain every October. I used to love October. October is my favorite month, and it still is, but at the same time, it's one of the saddest months, because that's when he left. That's when he went away, and so every October, I'm still, like, happy in myself, but it's still kind of like a dimmer happy. And it's because all I think about is him pretty much, because he left me literally the day before Halloween, which is my favorite holiday. And I know he didn't mean to, and I know he was just playing that stupid game, but the choking game, by the way, in case nobody knew what I was talking about, it's a very deadly game where you choke yourself to almost the point of passing out, and then the blood rushes up to your brain cells and you get this high. But the problem is, not only is that killing your brain cells, but if you go too long, you can kill yourself or give you brain damage. And kids don't know that, and like teens don't know that, and all that stuff. And so when they do it, they think nothing's happening and they're just getting a slight high without doing any drugs, and they think it's so safe and everything, but really they're endangering their lives. They're endangering their lives a lot more than like marijuana or alcohol or anything like that can do. Like, I know alcohol is dangerous if you're like driving and stuff, but choking yourself is a lot more dangerous, especially like if you're doing it with a belt or a rope. Because if you hang too long, you're gone. You're just done for. And it's just like, when I found out about it, I didn't believe it. Like, I was like, that's not possible. He wouldn't do that. And then I found out it was true, and I was like, he didn't seem sad. Like, he didn't seem like anything was going on. But then the more that I read about like suicidal people, nobody saw it coming, because they were always like the happiest, and they always were most willing to do things and like hang out with friends and everything. And I was just like, was I really that blind to not see what was going on? Was I really that stupid? And then I found out it was because of this game, and that just made me angry, because not only did I feel like I could have done something to like prevent it, but then I was angry at him for even thinking that this game was even a smart idea, because it's called the choking game. Like, who in their right mind would play this game? Like, it aggravated me to no end, thinking that he thought that he was one of those kids that thought he was invincible and could survive this game, when you're choking yourself. Like, you're literally cutting off your oxygen flow for this, and it just blew me away. And so when 13 Reasons Why came out, I wasn't gonna watch it because I found out it was about suicide, and I was just like, I don't think I can like go through those feelings again, you know. And I kept seeing it, and I kept seeing it, and I was like, you know what, whatever, I'll try it. And I started watching it, and then first episode became the second episode, and just so on and so on and so on. And when season 1 ended, I was kind of like a loss for words. I was angry, I was happy, I was sad. All these emotions just like ran into one. And then at the same time, I wanted to know what was going to happen with the counselor. I wanted to know what was going to happen with the school, with Clay, with what's his face that drives the
Tony?
Muscle cars.
I think it's Tony.
Yeah, Tony. I wanted to find out what was going to happen with everybody else, because like I want to know what happens. Like, I want to know what happens after everybody realizes, hey, we are the reasons. And like, honestly, first of all, she shouldn't have killed herself. Like, nobody should kill themselves. Everybody is worth something to somebody. Even if you think you're not, somebody cares about you, and somebody will bawl their eyes out. Like, granted, family members are supposed to cry and they're supposed to care and all that stuff, but I'm talking about friends. I'm talking about your significant others. I'm talking about your friends. I'm talking about your close friends, the friends that you didn't even realize that were actually your friends. Anybody that you've come into contact with at some point or another cares about you. So the moment you decide to end your life, you're hurting all of those people. And nobody thinks about that at the time that they're doing it, because all they can think about is how bad life is. And honestly, life is not that bad. Like, yeah, you might be going through a rough patch right now, but just think about like when you're older and you're waking up to the person, like you're waking up next to the person that you love, and you're going into your child's room to wake them up for school, and you're cooking pancakes and eggs, and you're just dancing around in the kitchen with your significant other, and you're just happy. Like, that's one of the things that actually gets me through the days, because especially on stressful days, because I just think one day I'm going to wake up and I'm going to be the happiest I've ever been. One day I'm not going to be stressed. One day I'm going to have a kid who loves me and I'll love it him or her. And I'm going to have a husband who cherishes me and cares for me and would die for me, and I would do the exact same thing. Like, I know one day I'm going to have that not perfect marriage, but it's going to be perfect enough for me, and that's something that gets me through the stressful days, because I know one day that I will be stress-free and perfectly content and happy with my life. So, like, the days at college where I'm just completely overwhelmed with everything that's going on, like with work, when I get yelled at by customers all day, I just think to the future. And like I said, I'm not suicidal. I'm not, I know all these things that I'm saying make it seem like I am. I'm not. I like my life. It's good. It's great. I just some of these things go through my head, because my brain is constantly thinking and it's constantly going. And so when I see other people, I always wonder, like, what's going on in their life. Like, are they actually happy with their life, or is it just some, like, ploy to make everybody seem like they're happy? And it's just, I want to do everything I can to, like, help them, even though I don't know them, which, I mean, it's kind of weird if I just walk up and I'm like, hi, you look sad, can you need help? So, I mean, I don't do that, but, like, I look at them and I'm just like, I really hope somebody, like, who knows them notices and actually takes, like, note of the fact that they're sad and try and help them. And sorry, I'm going on a tangent again, but it's just really passionate to me. 13 Reasons Why and the choking game, it's like getting awareness for this stuff is really passionate and for me, because I don't want people to go through what I went through. I don't want people to feel the heart-wrenching pain of losing a best friend, because it's like losing a family member that you truly, truly love, but times 3. And you might not agree with me with that one, but for me, it's times 3, because the family members you were birthed to, but your best friends and your really close friends are there by choice. They're not put in your life and made to stay with you. They're there by choice. You become close by choice. You get those relationships, you become like family. And when that type of family member like leaves, you're crushed, because you know that there's nobody else like them. Like, you know that once they're gone, they're gone. And it's like, I don't know how to explain it, but it's just like your heart's being ripped into tiny little pieces over and over and over again. And it's like you can't make it stop. And you remember all of your family members that passed away, but when your friends pass, because it's really rare for a friend, especially at a young age, to pass. Like, you don't expect it. Like, I never thought in 8th grade that any of my friends would be gone in an instant. Like, I never thought. And I remember so clearly our last conversation. He was wearing a Hawaiian shirt because he said for Halloween he was going to be Hawaiian. And he was so funny. God, I loved him. He was so funny. We were like laughing and talking, and we were talking about Halloween, and I told him how I wanted to be a sorceress and all of this stuff. And so he walked me to my bus, and I got on, and honestly, if I would have known that that was the last time I was going to see him, I would have hugged him or something, or like told him like, hey, everything's going to be all right, or something. Even though I know that he didn't do it on purpose, I still wish I would have done something a little bit more, like, hey, like, don't do anything dangerous, or like, be safe, or something. Just, I don't know, if I would have known that that time would have been the last time I was going to talk to him, I would have done something more. Like, I wouldn't have just been like, bye, see you Monday. I would have done something. Right. I've been talking too long. Sorry.
It's totally fine. It's really fine. But yeah. So, 13 Reasons Why. it all comes down to you. Watch it or not. And if you're going through that, like Brittney said, get help. And if you're a parent that doesn't want their child to watch this show, block the Netflix. Get rid of the Netflix. Do whatever to prevent it. And again, talk to your kid. Get them to counseling. Do something. So yeah, alrighty. Let's go on some happy thoughts. Game of Thrones.
Put the suicide hotline in the description of this video, please.
Put the what now?
Suicide hotline. Do you not know about that?
I do not. Will you send me that after the show?
Yeah, but I'm gonna just explain it real quick in case people don't know. So the suicide hotline is, like, if you don't feel like you have a parent to talk to or your friend to talk to, you can always call the number, and people will be always on the line. I believe it's 24/7 to talk to you and help you through your problem. If you feel like you're really close to that point of cutting yourself or taking the pills or just hanging, really, they're there to pretty much talk you down from it and like help you through your problems so you don't go through with it. And that's if you feel like you're completely alone or if you just feel like you can't talk to anybody else.
Alright. That will be in the description of this video. Alright, Game of Thrones. So, how excited are you that winter has finally came?
Jon Snow.
On a scale. So on a scale from Ned Stark to Jon Snow, you would say Jon Snow.
I love Jon Snow, so heck yeah, I'm excited to see him again.
We all love Jon Snow. I mean, what's his name? Bran Stark is still kind of my favorite character on the show, but Jon Snow is definitely up there as well. I mean, because Bran is kind of, you don't know what he's going to do. Like, yeah, he can see certain things with the Raven and whatnot, but I feel like there's more to it, and something's going to happen with him, and I can just tell. But yeah, I'm so ready for winter to finally come. I mean, what was that episode in season 5 where they fight the White Walkers, and what is it? Jon Snow.
Hodor?
The what?
Oh, okay. You might not be bringing up him. Never mind.
Wait, what?
Continue.
Now?
I thought you were bringing up Hodor.
Oh, Hodor. Oh, God. Let's not even start with that. God, that
cried.
Killed me.
See, the thing is with that one, I didn't cry, but I was, like, so in shock. I just...
Yeah.
I couldn't. And, like, my friend Perry and I, we actually watched the seasons together. And so he knew what was going to happen. Oh. And so I was just, like, watching on my merry way or whatever. And I saw young Hodor, and I was like, "Aw, he's adorable." But why are people picking on him? I don't understand. And like, he actually talked, and I was like, "Oh, he can actually speak more words than Hodor." Yeah. And I'm not gonna ruin it because
just ruin it. If you're not on the Game of Thrones hype train, whatever. I don't care. Just spoil it. God, we have to talk about this.
Oh, okay. So I was so in shock, but. What happened was the young Hodor saw Bran in the vision or whatever. And I think it was Bran who started yelling, "Hold the door," or something. Somebody started yelling, "Hold the door."
It was the lady who,
right.
Oh, what's her name? That carries Bran or whatever?
I don't know, but she started yelling.
And that's when he was hearing her screaming, "Hold the door."
Yeah, and he started having a seizure, and he was like, "Hold the door, Hodor." And when I heard that, I, like, because Perry and I are on Discord when we're watching these, so, like, when I heard that, I went completely silent. Like, there was no breath, there was nothing. Yeah. And my friend Perry was like, "Brittney?" I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "Are you okay?" I was like, "No." And he was like, "Are you crying?" I went, "No." He was like, "You want to talk about it?" "No." I was so distraught. Like, I turned off my computer. I turned off everything, went to lay in bed, and I, like, FaceTimed Barry, and he was like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "No, I'm not okay. I don't have words to speak about this." Because, like, it was kind of like tears and speechless because like I realized why he only says Hodor, because I remember like way in season 1 I looked at Perry and I was like, does he say anything else but Hodor? Like, Jesus, this is getting annoying. And now like in the last season when he was like Hodor, and I was like, oh, no, I'm so sorry, come back to me. I was like, no. And it's just, and then he's gone and I'm just like, Hodor. And then what was it? Oh, like right after we watched that episode, it was what did he say? Oh, it was like a commercial of this guy watching like on his phone, and it was like some TV provider thing, and so he was going to the elevator, and this was literally right after I watched this episode with Hodor, and the guy who's watching his phone sees the elevator's closing, he goes, Hodor. And like,
oh my god.
like it was when I remember because it was when I was on spring break with Perry and Tyler, and that happened, and Tyler was like didn't know what was going on, but Perry looked at me with like such sadness in his eyes, and I just went, Hodor, no, Hodor.
I just
and Tyler was like, what's going on? Because Tyler's only like halfway through. I don't know if he finished it, but when at the time he was only like halfway through, so he doesn't know about Hodor.
Yeah.
And so I looked at him and I was like, Hodor. Man, Hodor.
It's code. It's like, I'm not going to say it, but get ready to have buckets of tears next to you. Just bring a bucket. God. Yeah. Hodor. I mean, when we're first introduced to Hodor, I wasn't like, all right. It's like, at one point I was like, it's fine. Oh, he's a charming character. Oh, him and Bran are the best. I'm like, oh, okay, this is cool. And then, I started to love Hodor, and then that scene happens, and it's setting up, and I'm just like, I have a bad feeling about this. And then the moment younger Hodor looks at Bran, I was like, my heart dropped. I was like, oh God. I was like, this nearly happened with Ned Stark, but when it says, he looks at Bran Stark, I'm like, oh God, he sees him. What's going on? And Hodor's holding the door, and that lady character was screaming, hold the door, and you can just hear it in the past or whatever, and Hodor drops, and he's just he's saying hold the door, Hodor,
right.
And I'm like no, oh my God. I was like, this was like freaking the hell out of me. I was like, and the whole time I always wondered, what does Hodor mean? I'm like, and now that I know, I'm like, oh God. And dude, I was a mess. I was like, and that's if there's one thing I love about Game of Thrones, and this is mainly why I love it so much, is because it's unpredictable. You never know who's going to get it next. And the fact that it was Hodor, I was like, you bastards. Oh my God. I was just like, oh, this is not great at all. And, my mom forwarded a picture or whatever, because I was on Twitter just being like, I'm not okay. That was a great episode, but holy shit, I'm not okay right now. Fuck all of you. Like, oh my God. And then, I said, I mentioned like Hodor or whatever, and I didn't spoil it or whatever, but I was just like, oh God. And then my mom forwarded a message from a friend, and she sent it to me, and it was basically a meme that said, hold the door. And, a guy says, hold the door, and the guy that's supposed to hold the door was like, just burst into tears. I was like, and I texted back, I was like, you were just fucking evil today, aren't you?
Right.
I was just, Hodor just going out like that. I was like, oh my God, it's heroic, but oh my God, that's not the way I wanted to see him go out. Like, I didn't need to see him die like that. Like, he could have, don't show me his death, like, particularly, because, oh my God, I'm a mess. But, God. Anyways, let's not talk about deaths in this freaking show. I mean, granted, I love it that it's very unpredictable and you don't know who's going to get it. But the White Walkers versus the, Jon Snow or whatever, and he has that sword that can actually kill White Walkers. Fucking awesome. And it was that moment where, a White Walker's about to kill him, and Jon Snow has the sword. I think it's Valerian steel or something like that.
Yeah.
And he blocks it, and Jon Snow doesn't know what the hell is going to happen because every sword he used before was just being cut down, and it's like, ugh. And Jon Snow, and then he actually blocks it. The sword doesn't break, and Jon Snow is like, just has that realization. It's like, oh shit, I did that. And then it's fucking, unblocks, and it smacks the White Walker down. And I was like, that is just the best fuck yeah moment I've ever seen on the show. But
yeah.
Game of Thrones, and I remember, how I got into Game of Thrones. I was never into that kind of genre. What do you call it? Like Lord of the Rings type stuff or whatever. I was never into that, but I heard a lot of great things, and one of my idols, my celebrity idols, Kevin Smith, and I would listen to his podcast, and they would just talk about it. It's like, you know what, I'm gonna binge it. I'll see how it goes. And I started it, and I knew the Red Wedding or whatever. I knew what was gonna happen, and as I watched the show, I was like, holy crap, this is one ballsy show, and I love it. And I love that it's only 10 episodes long and an hour or whatever, and it's great. I mean, Joffrey, oh my god, I couldn't have been more excited that he just went out like that. I was like, fucking finally. Like, holy Christ, I couldn't take this guy anymore. I was just like, God, someone needs to kill him. Like, holy crap.
Yeah.
But I think my favorite characters, my top 3, of course, are all dudes. Bran Stark, Jon Snow, and Tyrion. I just, my favorite moment besides, Khal Drogo, who is now playing Aquaman, drops the liquid gold onto Daenerys' brother, and he's crowned for a king, and I'm like, it was so brutal, and it was great. And I love Game of Thrones so much, and it's hard to say who's my favorite character. I mean, even though we don't get enough of Bran, he's something. He's a character to look out for. And Jon Snow, of course, is amazing. I mean, but honestly, Arya Stark gets the worst of it, I feel. Like, Arya just really gets the worst of it. I mean, really. Just, poor girl. First off, she tries to come and see her mother, and then, she gets killed, and yeah, there's a lot of death in this show. But honestly, it's worth the watch, and especially anyone who's not into that kind of Lord of the Rings type stuff or whatever you call it, watch Game of Thrones. It's only 10 episodes, and it's character driven, and it's the best thing ever. And my favorite moment in Game of Thrones is it's season 4, and it's when Tyrion loses his shit, and it's the court day. You remember this?
Yeah.
He's being blamed for killing Joffrey when he really didn't, and he's all calm and whatnot. That's the thing I love about Tyrion. Yeah, he has his moments where he has to slap Joffrey, for example. He had to slap Joffrey, just be act like a king, goddammit. When chaos is going around, he's very wise and never really loses his crap or whatever. I mean, he has his moments or whatever, but he's very calm and wise. And when he gets screwed over in the court, and the girl he was hooking up with comes in, and it was basically telling the truth in some parts, and she did lie about killing Joffrey or whatever, and Tyrion was just like, please don't do this. And finally, she just goes, all I was to you was a whore. And that's when he just lost it, and he's like, he just turns around so viciously, and he's like, I saved you all. And it's just like, and he's just like, I really wish I did kill Joffrey, because I just loved it when he lost it, and just, he kills his dad on the toilet, and that was amazing. I was just like, yeah, that old asshole was just, God. But yeah, what's your favorite moment from Game of Thrones?
Alright, well, I'm going to first talk about my favorite characters.
Okay.
I have 4.
Of course.
Wait. Hang on.
Yeah?
Wait, let me make sure it's actually 4.
Dun, dun, dun. I'm so glad Ramsay is dead.
Yeah.
And that's my favorite episode. Battle of the Bastards. That whole fight scene, that whole war battle. Oh my god. And what's his name? Bran's, the brother, the younger, not Bran, but the other one. God, what's his name? Gets killed, and oh my god. And another moment I loved, one of my my favorite moments is when Jon Snow finally gets to Ramsay, and it's just quiet, and it's just him. You know, there's soldiers around, but they're not doing anything or whatever. And Ramsay's just shooting at Jon Snow with these arrows, and, you know, Jon Snow is just blocking them. Finally gets to him, just smacks it out of his hand, and just beats the hell out of him. I was like, fucking finally. Like, that, I just love that scene because it, you know, the soldiers, and it was very quiet, and all it was just them just, oh god, it was awesome. But I'm glad he didn't kill him. I'm glad Sansa was kind of the last one to be like, the one to see him, you know, let him go or whatever. Like, she was the one that saw him die, because that motherfucker, I mean, I want, like, him and Joffrey, I don't know who's worse, him or Ramsay or Joffrey. I don't even know. So yeah. Got your 4 characters, Brittney?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so Littlefinger. The number 1.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he, I know he's, like, not very good.
He's in it for himself, basically.
Yeah, but I don't know, just, I guess the way he talks and just the way he, like, acts, I don't know, it draws me in, and I like it. I really like it. And no matter, like, how much shit he does, like, I mean, he kissed Sansa, for, like, heaven's sake. That was wrong.
Yeah.
But I was still just like, yes, Littlefinger. Like, every time he comes on, I'm just like, Littlefinger, yes. And then Jon Snow, of course. Khal Drogo. And Tyrion.
Oh, wow. Very nice. Wow, definitely different from my list. But overall, I love all the characters. I mean, just, I don't plan on reading the books at all, because they're...
Oh, heck no.
You have them?
No.
Oh, I was about to say, they're pretty thick from my understanding, but yeah, I love Game of Thrones. I'm so happy I'm on it, and god damn it, I'm so ready for the next season, because the way, if you remember how it ends, the last thing you see is Daenerys heading to King's Landing, and Cersei is on the throne. And I'll never forget when it ended, I literally was like, shit is about to go down, like, in the worst way possible, because Daenerys has the army, the unbeatable army, and yeah, shit is not gonna be pretty. And I love, and every teaser I've seen so far is like, it seems like it's going to be Daenerys against Cersei. What it feels like what it's drawing up to. But meanwhile, you got winter's coming. And at the end of the day, I loved... And Davros basically sets it up right. And he's basically like, you know, it doesn't matter who's fighting each other. The real war is coming. And just... I'm so excited. And apparently this season is only going to be 7 episodes, and then the last one is 6 episodes, and this is the show. This is the ongoing show that I've watched well, granted, I didn't start it when it first came out, but this is the first show that I've watched that I get to see end, like, wrap up and whatnot, and I don't know what to expect at all. I mean, I've watched, you know, all, like, seasons of a show, but I was never watching it current day or whatever. I never... So, I mean, that's one reason to be excited, but honestly, winter's coming. Cersei and Daenerys are going to go at it. I mean, I hope so, because, God, this is Game of Thrones, man. I'm so glad. I'm fucking ready, and so, yeah. Any last thoughts on Game of Thrones?
I'm really excited to see Littlefinger again.
Oh, yeah.
And Jon Snow.
Oh, yeah.
By the way, my friend and I have, I mean, I guess everybody could probably have this realization, but my friend and I, we both think that Jon Snow is actually a Targaryen.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. I think he is Targaryen.
Because remember in the vision with old Eddard Stark or whatever, he was, there was a woman giving birth, and that was Jon Snow's mom.
Yeah.
And so we feel like...
Oh, God, I'm so ready. All right, let's get into the meat and... Well, no, let's start off... Okay, we have a few subjects. Okay, Black Panther, real quick. Black Panther... Look, I've said it before, Black Panther was the real highlight for me in Civil War, and they came out with a teaser and a poster. Now, the poster for me could have been done better. It looks photoshopped as hell to me. I mean, it just looks really terrible, but the teaser makes up for it, and teaser is about 2 minutes long, and it's pretty insane, but I fucking love it. I love it. I love that we see, you know, it's a big budget film. It's a big budget film that it's going to be, you know, everyone's going to go see it because it's Marvel, but you're going to see the African culture, and granted, there has been African cultures and movies and whatnot. I get that, but for this, it's nice to see, you know, the African culture mixed with, you know, the Marvel universe kind of thing, and, you know, Wakanda and all that business, and I'm fucking ready. Like, I could so see this being, like, a huge hit, because, you know, the demographic is, you know, black people, and oh God, I'm so fucking excited. Like, no words can describe how excited I am, and that whole teaser, I loved it. I'm not going to see anything else, because that's all I needed. I don't want to see anything else, and I'm not going to see anything else, because God damn it, that was amazing, and I'm so ready. I mean, I am kind of, like, puzzled that, you know, his new suit has, like, eyebrows on his mask, and that kind of, like, you know, caught me off guard. I was like, okay, this is kind of weird, but I'm sure it'll grow on me. But yeah, Black Panther, February of 2018, the King of Wakanda is coming, and I'm so fucking excited. All on you, Brittney.
Oh, it's my turn?
Your thoughts, yeah.
It was cool.
Oh, okay. I mean, she literally just watched it before we started, so...
Let's see. I'm very excited. I might butcher his name, because, I mean, I really like him, but...
T'Challa?
His name...
Oh, the actor?
Huh? The actor.
Claw? No. Bilbo Baggins.
Martin Bilbo Freeman. Baggins. Martin Freeman. Yeah, see, I was going to say that, but I was really thinking that was way too close to Morgan Freeman, and there was no way.
Yeah.
But I love him. Like, he's so great. I love him in Sherlock. I loved him in not Lord of the Rings. The Hobbit. He's just an all-around great actor, and I love him. So when I first saw him in the trailer, I was like, yes, yes. And then, like, kind of everything after that was kind of just like oh, cool, can't wait to see this happen. And it was actually kind of like I didn't really know what the Black Panther was actually trying to stop from happening. I don't know, the trailer was kind of confusing to me, but I mean, I'm excited to see it, because I do want to see it, and it's kind of new and not, like, redone like the Spider-Mans and the Batmans and the Supermans. It's something that's actually, like, new. So I'm excited to see it, but the trailer didn't give me really hype for it.
Right.
But that's the only trailer I'm going to see, because I don't just go looking for trailers. I just wait for the movie. But yeah.
From my understanding, the way that I saw this trailer, he's basically coming to Wakanda and going to be king because his father died in Civil War. So that dynamic is going to be interesting. And I imagine there's going to be other tribes that want to be king of Wakanda, and so it's going to be interesting. And the guy that did this movie, for those who didn't know, and who saw Creed, he's doing this movie. Now, for me, Creed, I'm not big on Rocky at all. Rocky was never my thing. I know what happens in most of those movies, but I saw Creed, and Creed was just really amazing. And the fact that they got the director Ryan Coogler to do this movie is great. And I'm so happy Michael B. Jordan is in this, and it's because it's a shame. What happened in the Fantastic Four. It's terrible, but I'm glad that he's in the MCU. I really hope he's going to be, sticking around, because my thought is like, okay, you can kill your villains off or whatever, but if they're not like godlike or whatever, you can keep them. Why do we have to get rid of them? You can keep them. If they're not like, Thanos strong or whatever, why get rid of them? Why get rid of them? It just doesn't make any sense to me. And so, yeah, I'm ready for Black Panther, because, and the fact that in the teaser trailer, there's some guys shooting at Black Panther, and he's not even he's just taking all those bullets in, and it's just fucking amazing. I can't wait. So yeah, Black Panther, give it to me now, please. I saw a post on Instagram that said 2018, the year of kings, and Black Panther, King of Wakanda, and Aquaman, King of Atlantis. Yeah, give that to me, please. So, alrighty, let's get into the meat of these last two subjects. Supernatural.
Thank you.
Yep.
Finally.
Supernatural. All right. I'll let you take it away, or do you want me to start? Because I know.
Holy crap!
Holy shit is more like it.
What the hell is with the last episode?
Spoilers.
Of this past season.
Spoilers.
Oh yeah, spoilers, by the way. Why is everybody dying?
Yes.
Okay. Why? Why does Cass die? Why does Crowley die? Why the hell is Mary in another freaking universe with Lucifer? The fuck? And now Dean and Sam are left with baby Lucifer, pretty much. And the mama died, because obviously freaking 19-year-old baby Lucifer came out of her vagina. That's gonna kill her.
Oh my god. That's what it was. Oh my god.
And so it just
ow.
I could kind of see where Crowley was because Crowley set himself up. He was like, somebody's gonna have to die in order to close the portal. So I was sad, and I was like, oh, Crowley, no. And he was like, I bet you didn't see me doing this, and just stabbed himself. I was like, oh no, Crowley, because during Supernatural, during the shows, I watch, and I'm intrigued, and I'm interested in everything, but at the same time, I can do both. I can easily look up, see what's going on, and look back down, and I'm fine.
Right.
To my phone or whatever. And I was doing that through the last episode, but I kind of looked up when the devil came through the portal, whatever, and I saw Crowley, and they were doing their little fight or whatever, and then Crowley was stab, and I was like, I was like, wait, what is happening? What are the writers doing? What the hell is their thought process? And then all of a sudden, Cass jumps through, and I'm like, okay, I guess Lucifer's stuck there now. The bigger threat's gone. Okay, great. And then all of a sudden, the freaking angel blade, just freaking stabs through his chest. And I was like, no. And then, you just see the light go out of Cass, and I'm like, no, please, no. Yeah. And then Lucifer's like, oh, sorry. And I'm like, what?
Yeah.
I was like, you're so adorable, Lucifer, but please, why did you take the angel away? And And then Mary and Lucifer, they like jumped through the portal again, and then it closed, and then like Lucifer was no, and I was like, Mary, why? And so then like Dean and Sam has literally lost everybody. They've lost their hunters because of the British men of letters.
Yep.
They've lost their mom again, which Jesus, rip open that hole again. They've lost Cass, the freaking best friend in the whole entire universe, like, and mine, honestly, because like he's just like a nice little small being that you don't want to hurt. And then freaking Crowley, he was like the evil but like good guy who we're secretly rooting for but didn't really want to like tell people, and then he freaking just stabs himself, and you're just like, why? What are the writers doing? Why is this happening? Stop. Wait, what? But like at the same time, like even more spoilers, Jared actually spoiled it, and because they're doing a Scooby-Doo mashup.
I
with
saw
Supernatural
that.
And Scooby-Doo.
I saw that, and I am so excited for that.
Same.
It's going to be one of those episodes where it's just nothing but comedy, but it's still the show. And oh my god, when I read that, I was like, this is fake. And then I read the whole thing. I was like, oh, they're really going to do this.
Yeah.
And I was confused at first, but then when I saw the ending of, the last season, I was like, oh, so that's how it's going to happen, I think.
Well, Jared actually let it slip at a convention that him, Jensen, and Misha were all recording lines.
Oh.
For season 13. And Jared didn't know what he did until Jensen looked at him like, really? Really? And like the crowd like erupted in cheers or whatever. And Jared just like threw his head down, and he was like, And then Jensen was like, it's just a figment of imagination. And I was like, Sure, Jensen, sure. And so, like, I'm excited because I know Cass is probably coming back, and I really hope it's the same freaking vessel, because if it's not Misha, a lot of people are going to riot.
Yeah.
First of all. And I hope somehow Crowley does come back, because I really do appreciate Crowley. But, like, at the same time, he literally stabbed himself. Like,
right.
I don't know how he's going to get back. And I really hope Bobby comes back, even though it's, like, the alternate universe Bobby, but I really hope he does come back.
Yeah.
And I actually really do hope Lucifer and Mary come back, because that would add a plot to Supernatural instead of just the 19-year-old popping out of the vagina.
That's the title of this episode.
What? 19-year-old popping out of a vagina?
Yeah, I think I might just title this episode that. So.
Alright, you're welcome.
Oh my god.
Sorry.
Oh, god,
like, I saw him in the corner, I was like, Jesus, he's 19.
Yeah.
Or he looks 19, and I was like, that came out of the woman's vagina. Jesus.
God. Yeah.
Imagine actual childbirth with just a tiny baby in its head, but now imagine the 19-year-old popping out.
She exploded. That's what happened. Or
exactly.
Well, you did see her body, did you not, I think?
I have no idea, and I wasn't really looking for it. I was like, I don't want to see
Right.
I don't want to see her ripped to shreds.
Yeah, seriously. Alright, so before we talk any more about the season finale, take me back to when it first started with Supernatural. Where did it start? How did you get into it?
Oh, God. I was
How many
little.
years ago?
Oh, we're not going to expose my age here.
Well, they already know. Last episode, I believe.
I don't believe I told my age, but I'm 19.
Yeah, you did.
Whatever.
Yeah, you did.
I feel old, but I'm young.
I'm a year older than you. How do you think I feel?
Dude, I played softball and many other sports. I have a right to feel old. My body's
okay,
beating
and
up.
theater wasn't anything for me? Okay.
Nah.
Sure. Alright. Whatever.
Just kidding.
I'm an old soul anyway, so I mean I get told that a lot, so
I actually got started through my mom. She when I was little, let's see, it came out in 2005. How old was I in 2005?
Yeah, it came out in 2005. I remember that because okay.
I know that, like,
right.
Of course I know
but
that.
You're just fact checking it?
No, I wanted to know how old I was 8.
Okay. Yeah. Wow.
So I was 8 when it came out, and my mom, she likes the supernatural type things. Like, she used to watch Ghost Whisperer, which amazing show, by the way.
Ghost Hunters?
Ghost Whisperer.
Oh. Okay.
That's a good show.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not one for ghost shows at all, because it's like, this doesn't make any sense. Why would you want to show this? I mean, because you never know. It's TV for one. It's like you could just be making this up or whatever. So, all in all, I'm the same thing with religion. I have to see it to believe it. So, yeah, I'm not a fan of Ghost Whisperer or all that business.
Have you even seen Ghost Whisperer? Because that's for a fact fake. Like, it's about this woman who can see ghosts.
Okay.
And, like, yeah, well, like, it's not real. Like, she can see ghosts and she tries to help them pass on to the other side.
Oh, it's not a reality show?
No.
Oh, okay. Okay, wow.
It's on Netflix. Check it out.
My bad.
It's on Netflix. Check it out. It's really cool.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
So, the last couple of seasons get a bit iffy and a little too stretching of the truth, like too stretching of fantasy, but it's still a really good show. Anyway. So, my mom was really into that stuff, so I used to like kind of watch that stuff with her, and like that's like, I'm a scaredy cat, but like when I was 8, I was even more of a scaredy cat, so that stuff still kind of scared me. So literally, the very first episode of Supernatural gave me nightmares.
Oh god.
The Woman in White, that's what it's called, and
yeah.
So, but like years down the road, that was then. This is now.
Yeah.
Joke. So, years down the road, I saw it on Netflix, and I was like, hey, that's kind of like the show Mom used to watch. So I went to rewatch it, and it scared me again, The White Woman, because like that's the scariest episode out of all of them, to me anyway.
Right.
That and The Wendigo. They're scary.
Yeah.
Well, so I just started like watching them and and did you know that it was actually supposed to end after season 5? Like they weren't supposed to like do any more?
I recently heard that, and season 5 is where they trap Lucifer, right?
Season 5 is where they trap Sam, Lucifer, and their brother.
Oh, their other brother. Yeah. Okay. Funny story. When that happened, I was like, "That's the end of it." And my mom was like, "No, it's not. How are they going to get him out?" I was like, "That's what really felt like." So, wow, yeah, I recently heard that was the season 5. That season 5 was supposed to end right there at the whole show, and I was like, "So I was right. I was kind of right. I mean, I was basically right, because that's how I was like, so that's the end of it. Wow, that was."
Yeah, but dark. Like a lot of people kind of rioted because they ended it where it was obvious that Sam came back because he was standing in their light,
right? And
Dean was all happy with Lisa and Ben, but like it was obvious that Sam came back. So I'm pretty sure either a lot of people rioted or it was so popular that they were like, okay, we can write more,
right?
And so, which, I mean, I'm really glad that they did, because, like, I would be, like, questioning forever, like, hey, did Sam ever, like, come back and, like, say hey to Dean or whatever? And so I'm really glad that they did, but it's, like, I'm really glad that they're continuing it with, like, they've already been approved for the 13th season. Like, I'm excited for it to come, because, again, 19-year-old baby Lucifer.
Right.
And, so I'm excited for that, especially I'm excited to see what he actually looks like, because he takes after his father.
Okay, real quick.
Yes.
Season 5. That would have been a great way to end it, and just left that mystery, and everyone else could have just figured it out or whatever. And then years down later, it comes back. Sam has they have to stop something, and Dean is like, why did you let me be, why did you not come back into my life? And it's like, I just wanted you to be happy. And that's what they kind of did in the next season, whatever, for season 6. There, he was just like, you had a family to protect and whatnot, and you were happy, and no hunting or whatever, and that would have been awesome if they did that. But I understand. Yeah. Continue.
But I'm really glad that they're going into 13 seasons and everything, but like, I kind of like, I love the show. Like, right. I will watch it until its very last day, and I will continue to watch it over and over again. But like, at the same time, I'm getting to that point where it's like, okay, you brought Lucifer's child into the world. Once he's defeated, what's next?
Right.
Like, there's not much you can do. Like, you've brought God's sister into it.
Yep.
You've brought God into it, which, by the way, I called Chuck the moment he arrived. I called it.
Yeah, like, I mean, I kind of was the same way, too. Like, when it was revealed that he was God, I was like, that makes sense. Like, deep down, when we were first introduced to Chuck, I was like, and he's writing these books and he's a prophet, I was like, I think deep down I was like, maybe he's God. And then when we finally reveal that he's God, it's like, makes so much sense.
No, mine was no maybe. Mine was, this dude is God.
Oh.
Like,
Smart.
I was talking to Brian.
Mm-hmm.
You know Brian, right?
No.
Brian Hodgkinson?
No idea.
Oh, maybe he was after you left. Anyway,
anyways,
so
yeah.
he and I
didn't leave like that. Calm down.
Sorry.
I moved, just in case anyone's like, what the hell is going on? No, I just moved. Calm down.
So, we're really supernatural friends, fans, and, we were talking one day, and we were talking about who is God, and I was like, Chuck's God, and he was like, no, Chuck died, and I was like, Chuck did not die, and he was like, he was like, yeah, he did. I was like, I swear to you, Chuck vanished. He faded out. He didn't die. He faded out. He was a prophet of the Lord, but no, he's not the prophet. He is the motherfucking God. Right. Because first of all, God's probably the only person who's going to write himself in a book, because freaking hello, Bible.
Right.
And so I was like, he's God. Like, he faded away so he can come back again. And so, Brian wasn't believing me, so I literally went to YouTube, found the freaking scene where he was fading away, sent that shit to him, and I was like, listen, he is God. Chuck is God. He is going to be God. And, nobody was believing me, and then finally, when the musical scene happened or whatever, and, Chuck came back, because he was the writers, right, of Supernatural. And when he came back, I was like, bitch, yeah, Chuck's back. He didn't die. I told everybody, blah, 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 blah. Well, then all of a sudden when he snapped his fingers and, the whole, Holy Grail came. Yeah. And he was like, I'm God. And I was like, fuck, I told everybody. Jesus, why didn't nobody listen to me? Nobody believed me, but here I am. And then, I texted Brian and I was like, suck it. I was just so proud of myself because, everybody was like, nah. And I was like, he's God. No, he's God. Because he was like, I know it's kind of stupid to add myself into the stories. I'm like, he's God.
Right. Okay. So what? Okay. All right. This is a 2-part question. What's your favorite episode, and what's your favorite moment of Supernatural? I think I know what your favorite moment is, because it may as well be mine as well. Favorite episode and favorite moment.
Okay, well, now I don't want to get the favorite moment wrong.
I mean, just say it, because it might be different. I don't know.
Right. Okay, so let's start with favorite episode. I like Ghost Fever. I like Mystery Spot, and I like French Mistake.
Okay, so for those who haven't watched the show or whatever, it's about two brothers fighting demons and all kinds of shenanigans. So explain to them those 3 episodes.
All right, Ghost Fever.
Okay, hold on. You can't. Out of those 3, they're like a dead tie and makes it number 1, basically.
I want to say yes, but I feel like I actually watched all 3 of those the other day, and I really wanted to watch Ghost Fever first because Dean's so adorable in Ghost Fever.
Right.
Because he's just like a giant scary cat. He's like, I'll man the flashlight. I'm like, yes, be adorable. The next one I watched was Mystery Spot because for some reason I just felt like watching. Right. And then I watched French Mistake. So I guess in that order, since that's the order that I watched them in. Okay, so Ghost Fever is there's this ghost who got killed by being dragged by a chain, And he turned out, I forgot what the specific name was for it, but the ghost pretty much enroped fear into all of the quote unquote bad guys, like the bully stuff.
Right.
And Dean was one of those people, so he became scared and of like everything, like of a tiny dog,
right,
guns, of just anything. And the way you actually got rid of the ghost was by making it scared. And the one thing it was scared of was the way he died.
Right.
So they just pretty much killed him again by the same way he died. And of course he's in an iron chain because ghosts can't get out of iron. Supernatural.
Right.
Let's see, what was... And then Mystery Spot, Gabriel, who is an angel. Or is he an archangel? Anyway, he's like the son of God. And he is pretending to be a trickster. And,
okay. I remember this.
Right, and he puts Sam into a Tuesday loop. And every single loop, he kills Dean in some way. Like, he got mauled by a dog, he got hit by a car, he got shot, he died by tacos, electricity, falling in a shower. And so finally, Sam figured it out, that it was the trickster, and he went to go kill him again, and then the trickster promised to make it Wednesday. So he did, and Dean died that Wednesday. And so Sam was like, I'm just going to wake up again, and he didn't. So like months passed, and he finally found the trickster again. And finally the trickster made it back to the original Wednesday with Dean alive, and Sam's just like, we need to get out, like we just need to leave. And so that was that one. And then the French mistake is Sam and Dean jumped through a window into reality. So they jump through the window to a TV set, and they go by Jensen and Jared, and then Misha's Misha. He's not playing Cass anymore. It's actually Misha. And it's just funny because you see that it's actually them playing. Okay, so it's them playing Dean and Sam playing Jared and Jensen.
Right.
So it's funny.
Yeah.
Dean is like, your name's Misha? What's a Misha? And I'm just like, oh my god.
Yeah.
And then they're like, I'm something called a Jared Padalecki. Jesus.
Why do you sound Polish?
Right. And it's just, I don't know, it's just like those like funny, quirky episodes that get me.
I mean, the French box, that's the one you were just talking about?
French mistake.
French mistake. I think my favorite moment of that episode is, besides, Dean going like, why does your last name sound Polish? Is the moment, there's a great shot in it where they're trying to get out of this world or whatever, and trying to figure out what's going on and whatnot, and the camera is on Sam, and Sam has the computer, and it's covered mostly his bottom face or whatever, and behind him is a big fucking picture of him on a horse riding, and it's, oh my god, it was fucking hysterical. That one shot, that's the one thing that sticks out in my mind. It was so great. I was just like, oh my god, this is great. And the fact that you got to see Jensen's previous work before Supernatural.
Oh, right.
And he was like, and Dean was not happy about it. It just, it's just so good. I love those when they have the humor episodes, that's when Supernatural is at its best. Oh, man.
Yeah. Okay, and to answer your second question, my favorite scene... quite a few, actually. I always love when they do the bitch and jerk, and then I felt very betrayed when Crowley and Dean did the bitch and jerk. I felt very betrayed. I love when they prank each other, like when they glued their hand to the bottle.
Oh, yeah.
That was a good scene. There's so much more.
Having a hard time?
Yeah, because I'm trying to think about it, because I know what I'm wanting to say, but
just
like
say
I
it.
can't.
Just say it.
Well, no, like I can't. Like I know what it is, and I it's like on the tip of my tongue, but I can't like really remember it, which is bad considering it's one of my favorite scenes.
Is Is it from your favorite episode, Ghost Fever?
I really liked when he did the flashlight one, but
oh, that's not
and
it.
The running from the dog.
What episode was it?
Oh God, I don't know.
Come on, Brittney, you're the supernatural expert.
I know, but like nobody ever asked me what my favorite like part of like thing is.
Yeah, there's too many.
Ooh, I really loved when Dean became a demon.
Ooh, yeah, that was great. I wish that would have lasted longer. I wish that would have been like the main threat. I wish he was the main threat of that whole season, and that was the season where. Who was the main villain in that season?
Darkness.
Was it? Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Dean dies in the last episode.
Season episode 2, yeah.
Right, okay.
See, I don't know.
Jeez.
Okay, so I'm going to say something, and it's going to sound really disgusting because I'm 19 and he's like close to being 40. But he's really hot. And
Who?
when he had Jensen.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
When he had those demon eyes in, like, I was like, yes, keep those black eyes. I don't know why, but like, I really love the like possession black eyes. They just look really cool, and I love it.
It just got hot in your room, is what it sounds like. The faucet turned on. So, all right. You think about your favorite moment. I'll talk about Supernatural. So, I first got into Supernatural, like you, Brittney. My mom started it back when it started, and she got the I think she was on when we finally caught up. We were on season 3, and that's when we started watching, and she got into it. You know, I can remember it plain as day. We were in Tennessee, and she had Netflix, the DVDs or whatever, because at the time I don't think streaming was a thing just yet. So she brought the DVDs or whatever, and she started watching them. And then I don't know, I think it was until oh no, when I finally caught up to Supernatural, I was on season 4. So at the time, I think I watched everything, and I watched it with my mom. And I remember clear as day when I was 14, and this was 6th grade. I remember at the time I was at my grandmother's. I was living with her because, you know, my mom didn't want me to go to a specific middle school. So I stayed with my grandmother, and I remember clear as day when it snowed one time, I just binged the hell out of season 1 of Supernatural and just rewatched it and just loved it. And I finally caught up to season 4, and I started watching from there. But ever since then, they and spoilers for Supernatural, it was, I don't know if it wasn't last season, but I think it was the season before, and that was when Dean had the mark of Cain, and they did something that really ticked the fuck out of me. And because for me, I love the boys, I love the brothers a lot, and the humor episodes. But the one thing I've always appreciated is that they have great supporting characters. And sure, they don't show up every now and then. They have like cameo, supporting characters. And one of my favorite characters, the supporting, was Charlie, and they killed her off. And I wasn't thrilled at all. I was angry as hell.
Nobody was thrilled. Everybody's pissed at the writers because they always cut off the like female characters. The only one who lived long enough is Jodie Mills and Claire.
Oh, I love Jodie. Oh my god. But yeah, Charlie gets killed, and I'm like, okay, after this season, I am fucking done. But then it wasn't until the next episode where Dean just gets like livid as hell and just takes everyone that killed Charlie out. And I was never, from the beginning, I never liked Castiel. I like his moments when he's trying to figure out the mankind and whatnot. And my favorite moments of Castiel is when he's watching the porno and he's like, the pizza porno, and he's like, why is he delivering pizza to her house, and why is he taking all his clothes off and all that business. I love it when he's trying to figure it out. It's the most funniest thing I'll see from him. But another favorite moment of Cass, and it was when Dean had the mark of Cain, and you know, Castiel was like, you need to stop, like, you need to calm down, and, you know, Dean and Castiel fought, and for once, I felt like, oh my god, I'm feeling something for Castiel, like, I'm feeling sad, and Castiel delivers this line, and just tells Dean, is like, you know, you keep this up, everyone that you love is gonna die, and I'm gonna be the only one that's gonna stop you, and I was like, oh my god, Castiel, you got me. I mean, you're still not my favorite, and I'm not, like, fond of you at all, but oh my god, me and you, we had a moment, bro. Wow. I mean, but overall, Supernatural has been, like, up and down for me. Like, some episodes I'm into, some episodes I'm not. Like, last season, not this season, but the last season, where they introduced God, and I was like, you know, I was very up and down with that season or whatever, but when it finally, we saw God, and it was like, it was a great payoff. I mean, for a show that has like 20 plus episodes, recently, like, I don't know, a couple years ago, I'm like, TV for me is at its best when it's only like 10 episodes. I don't need filler episodes and all that bullshit, but I will say the one show that I feel that was great with its 20 plus episodes is The Flash. But anyways, Supernatural, the last season, the season before that just got done, when it ended, I was like, that could have been the series finale. That could have been the series finale had you not shown Mary coming back. And so I was like, okay, yeah, that felt like a series finale, but I was curious, and I think it did kind of set up the other hunters, the British men of letters, and I was like, oh, it's going to be British men of letters against the Winchesters. I like that, and it did, and it finally happened. And even after all those painful episodes, some of them, it was a great payoff. And for me, you know, Supernatural, like, I said I was going to quit the show, but after watching the show from, you know, when I really first started watching was from season 4 to now, I don't see how I can stop this. But I am always like, I'm just waiting for the show to end, because I love the boys and I love them all, but it's just like, I don't know, I wish it was shorter, and then I could appreciate it more. But yeah, ever since they killed Charlie off, I was like, up and down with this show. And even with Bobby, with me, when Bobby died, I was like, fuck, they did that? I was like, oh my god. But I was like, he's gonna come back, but not like mainly there or whatever, and it is what it is. So yeah, for me, my favorite episode, I really couldn't tell you, honestly, because I can't remember every episode, but I will say my favorite moment, and it's really hard to choose because it's part of the humor episodes, and so I think I gotta go with the classic, where Dean freaks the fuck out in Ghost Fever. You know, they open the locker, and he's just jumping up and down, screaming or whatever, and I'm just like, oh my god, I was dying. Another moment of mine has got to be when they're pretending to be patients at a mental asylum, and they break into the morgue to check a body, and a doctor comes in, and she's like, what are you guys doing? And Dean just like gives this goofy face and pulls down his pants, and he's like, pudding. Oh, I've never laughed harder in that moment.
Actually, Zach Rabb, do you know him? Yeah, he and I, we always joked about that. Like, we kind of just look at each other and we go, pudding.
Oh my god. Just, it was a great moment. And do you remember what your favorite moment is in Supernatural?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's 3.
There's 3. Oh boy.
Yeah. I've realized that my favorite is the one that started it all with Dad's on a hunting trip and he hasn't been home in a few days.
Oh. Yeah.
And because that's like kind of the thing that starts them all off.
It sure does.
My next favorite is the cast entering scene.
Mm-hmm.
It's like he freaking breaks all those lights, and then all of a sudden thunder, and you just see his angel wings, and I'm just like,
That was
like,
cool.
He was a stone-hearted person back then, but it was still like amazing. And then, of course, I'll always love Bitch and Jerk. And again, I did feel really like, what was it called? I said it before. It starts with a D.
Shit.
Oh no, Betrayed. It starts with a B. I felt very betrayed when Crowley and Dean said it, but then I thought it was really sweet when Dean and the girl who played Sam said it, because that just showed that Dean was actually accepting of the musical and all of that stuff. And so when she just goes jerk and he went bitch, I was like, yes. Yeah. So I like that one, but when Crowley and Dean said it, I was like, no, that's not y'all's. Betrayal.
Right. So, getting to the season finale, for me, I watched it online, and I didn't realize it was broken up into two pieces. So, the first part was, fighting the British Men of Letters, and it was great. I enjoyed it. And then you get to the last part of it, and when they were going for that whole, she's having Lucifer's child, and I was like, from the moment they started that, I was like, why would you have this child? Why would you be so accepting of this child? This is Lucifer's kid. You need to kill her. I don't I don't value life, especially if it's Satan's son. No way am I going to let that happen. I was so on board with, the other ones being like, you need to take her out. I was like, shit, yeah, you need to take her out.
Okay. I understand where you're coming from, but one, Sam and Dean don't kill people, especially innocent people.
Yeah, I know that.
Second, the moment a mother finds out that she's pregnant, there is so much love for that child that you can't just immediately switch and say, yeah, you can go ahead and... Like, that just doesn't happen.
Right.
People may think that when it comes to abortions, that it's so easy for them to just flip a switch and say, yeah, whatever, I don't care, just kill the child. But that's not true. A lot of thought process goes into that type of stuff. When you're thinking about it, you actually think, hey, this is my child. It's literally the spawn of me. It might be the spawn of Lucifer too, but it's also the spawn of her, because it is her reproductive organ, her DNA mixing with Lucifer's. I mean, yeah, granted, it is Lucifer, so yeah, big bad Lucifer. But the moment she found out she was pregnant, so much love and affection went into this child that it was hard for her to give it up, because you have to remember, she was with the president. Right. So even though Lucifer was in the president's body, she still sees it as her and the president's child, and she wanted a child with the president. Yeah. And
that's right.
So when she found out she was pregnant with the president's child, granted it was Lucifer's, but she just so much love and affection went into the child that it is hard to flip a switch and say, hey, just take the child from me, I don't care, because she does care, and it shows that she does care, and she shows that she's being an actual mother and caring, and she knows that the baby's gonna kill her when the 19-year-old pops out, but it's still, she still is like, hey, she even recorded a freaking video saying, hey, I'm gonna be gone when you're alive, but I just want you to know that I cared for you and nobody else really did. I looked after you when everybody wanted to take you away. And then I'm really excited to see if the vision that, I don't know his name because they didn't really give him one, gave to Castiel, because Cass was all for killing the child until the child gave him a vision. And that vision was of a better place, and how the child was going to bring upon this better place. So I'm excited to see where they go with that, or if the child was lying because he is the spawn of Lucifer and Lucifer's Lucifer. And so I'm excited to see where that goes. But when you say that you should just kill Satan, it's not necessarily like that, because she is the mother of the child, and like, you wouldn't just go up to your mom and be like, why wouldn't you abort me? Like, you wouldn't
All right,
do
let's
that.
not
Like,
get dark here, okay?
I'm just
Let's
saying.
not go
like,
that dark. Holy crap.
I'm just saying, like, you wouldn't go up to, like, a mother-to-be and be like, yo, you should just kill your child. Like,
no, God, no.
Exactly, right? Because you know that even if you did know that somebody's baby was the spawn of something, like, it's just...
If it's the Lucifer's child, gotta go. Like, I'm sorry, but you gotta go. Like, we don't need that. So
I don't see it like that. I mean, I understand.
Yeah, and I get where they were going too. Like, I get that, but it was just like, it just didn't sit right with me. It's like, if realistically, if this happened, yeah, it may have went that way. But at the end of the day, I just feel like, I mean, if that was me, I don't know. Maybe I would have been the same way. Maybe I would. But on all honesty, right now, I would have been like, get this thing out of me. Like, but then again, you can't really get rid of it too, because when she did try to kill herself, he brought her back. So yeah, there's really a no-win situation in that way. So.
Well, okay, so yeah, I understand where you're going with that one too, but you also have to remember that they also had that egg thing.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
I totally forgot about that.
Like. But that was just, like, another thing that kind of egged the mom on to not get rid of the child, because she was like, he does care about me, he does love me, this just proves it, because the child did save her, no matter how hard. Because she did try and get rid of the child. Like, as much as it hurt her, she did try and kill herself and kill the child, but the child was like, heck no. And so that just made her pretty much love the child even more, because that just proved that the child wanted her to be there, even though he was gonna freaking rip her in half with his whole entire 19-year-old body. But like, he wanted her to be there for as long as she possibly could while she was still there. And she wanted to be able to I think they did give him a name, but they never really said it.
They did. I just don't remember. But
it's like, so I mean, she tried. Like, she heard everybody out, and she like understood, hey, this is not a good thing that's growing inside of me.
Right.
And as much as I love this child and I want him to be brought into the world, I understand that he can't. And so she did cut her wrist, and she was in the bathtub, but what's his face named Lucifer's child brought her back. He saved her. And so that just made her realize, hey, my son, even though he is the spawn of evil, is going to bring something good, because he also gave her a vision as well. And like I said, I'm really excited to see like what they do with that, whether it's or whether it's like honestly, like honest to God truth happening up in here, of like the goodness that's going to come up of Lucifer's child.
Right. Alrighty, so let's get away from that. Overall,
Sorry.
yeah, it's fine. Man, it got real. But yeah, I totally agree. But anyways, yeah, that was really dark. Anyways, I really loved, and I told you, I remember sending you a text saying, I'm pretty sure I was like, you're not gonna like what's gonna happen, but for me, it was the best season finale that I've seen from this show in a long time. Like, I can't remember the last time I was like, that was a great season finale from this show. And this was one of the, because, like, as you mentioned, as we started on this topic, that they killed Castiel for real this time.
I cried.
Because, I'm sure you did, because they did kill him, but he came back overall, and whenever he was infected with the Leviathans or whatever, and they killed him off for like a minute, and he comes back. But this one, I felt like, wow, this is some Game of Thrones type of shit right now, because they legit killed him. But I think Crowley went out so amazingly. I always loved, like, Crowley was definitely my favorite demon out of all the demons that we got to know. He was my favorite, because he was evil, but then when he just hung around, when he got basically, when he started hanging around with, the brothers, he got, what Castiel got, was learning about them and whatnot, and learning to trust. But at the same time, he was still that kind of person that can do evil or whatever. And the fact that he just went out amazingly, and I loved that whole, like, they're trying to trap him on the other. Wait, he was trying to trap him on the other side of the in this parallel world or whatever. And so, when he was like, we need to do a sacrifice, I was like, who's gonna be the sacrifice? I
thought Bobby was gonna be the sacrifice.
I did too, but obviously Bobby wasn't around. I was like, okay, so all this is going down. Where the hell is the other Bobby? Like, I don't get it. I guess he just gave him guns or whatever. And then, they have that talk or whatever. Lucifer's like, you really think you can take me down? Every time you come up against me, you always fail. And Crowley is just like, straight up like, you're right. I can't beat you. But in this moment, I actually can.
Right.
Well, not really. It didn't go something like that. But it's just like, I can't. And just stabs himself. I'm just like, holy crap. That's the most heroic thing he's ever done. I mean, he goes out and then Lucifer kills Castiel, which I knew he was going to die right there, especially where the camera was set. It's like, okay, obviously he's dead. But I was kind of taken away. I was like, wow, they just killed Crowley and Lucifer. I mean, Crowley and Castiel. I was like, this is some ballsy shit right here. But now it kind of leads me to believe that they're obviously going to come back. Well, I don't think Crowley is, because I saw on his Twitter that he's done. Like, he'll come. I think he's like officially done. But I gotta imagine he'll come back, and I do see Castiel coming back, but it's not the Castiel we all know. It's going to be Castiel from that other parallel world, basically. And I could see Bobby coming back, but not that Bobby. And okay, I don't know if it was you, I don't know if it was just me, but did you not think, when Castiel went on to that other world, when they don't show who it is, did you think it was John?
When they were showing Bobby?
When, they gave you a teaser or whatever, and then it just went to a commercial or whatever, and then it's revealed it's Bobby.
Oh, no, I didn't think it was John.
Okay, I legit was like, John? Because Castiel had this like moment of like, it's you. And I was like, oh god, if that's John, I'm gonna cry. Because, that's the thing, okay, you bring back Mary, you gotta bring back John. I know the actor, and I love Jeffrey Dean Morgan. I love the guy so much. He's been in stuff that I've enjoyed him in, and I know he's on The Walking Dead, but god damn it, you gotta bring John back just one more time. I mean, you don't have to give him they don't have to write him in the way they did with Mary, with bringing her back through this whole season, but god damn it, I want to see John one more time. I want to know, like, just be like, how's hell, or whatever, or wherever he is. If he's in hell or heaven, if he's in hell, it's just like, so, how's hell? Like, I want to see it so badly, because it's like, it's been forever since we seen John do something, and it's like, I miss the guy. I love the actor, but I miss him playing that character, and so, yeah, I legit thought it was John, and then it's Bobby, and I was like, oh wow. And then, he's a different Bobby. It's like, yeah, I totally want to see how he's going to feel coming into Sam and Dean's world, where it's like, oh, it's terrible, but it's not like as disaster as it is in my world. I want to see that so bad. But yeah, I'm looking forward to next season, because it's like, okay, it's two hunters raising Lucifer's child. And seeing him in the corner, I don't know. I know you watch Gotham, and I'm pretty sure I told you this. I legit thought it was the actor from Gotham who plays the Joker, or the Joker type character.
Dude, yes.
I thought that was him, because when
Jerome?
Jerome. When I saw his eyes, I was like, is that him? I was like, that's no way. That would be I was like, because that was perfect to give off that menacing, terrible, evil feeling that you're gonna get or whatever. Like, it leaves you with that, like, oh shit, this is bad. He just gave off that smile, and then but I went to IMDb and it wasn't him, and I was like, oh my god. But it is an actor from Arrow, but I don't think you watch Arrow. But yeah, I was like, my god, this is gonna be insane. Just that smile just tells it all. Like, he's gonna do something really terrible, and I'm just like, oh, I can't wait for next season.
Wait, you felt like, oh shit, what's gonna happen when you saw Lucifer's baby?
When I saw him in the corner and he just gave that smile and those eyes, I was like, oh my god, something's gonna happen, and I'm fucking excited. I was excited, but at the same time I was like kind of terrified. I was like, what's he gonna do? Like, because I wanna know. It's obviously gonna pick up at that moment. When the next season comes, it's gonna pick up at that moment, and I'm so curious. I can't wait to see how it's going to be like for him. Is he going to be totally evil, or is he going to be back and forth where he is evil, but he wants to understand humankind before he just wipes it all out?
Okay, well, I think I'm just very weird to everybody, because you were talking about how you were like kind of like an oh shit, like what's going to happen. I was like a hell yes. Freaking I was like, freaking give me that evil.
So evil.
And then, like, so like hearing you talk about it, I'm like, God, am I just like attracted to evilness or something?
I mean, I'm excited. I got excited too. Like, I'm excited like you, because I'm just so fascinated where it's gonna go.
Mine was like excitement. I was like, yes, destroy the world, freaking give it to me.
Yeah, because after Castiel died, yeah, that's what you really want now.
And like, even if Cass didn't die, like, the moment I saw his eyes, I would have been like, freaking yes, like, do your destruction. I want to see it.
Right.
And so, like, I feel like there's something wrong with me, because, like, I'm obsessed with the Joker, and I love Lucifer. Yep. And now I'm, like, loving his child, his devil spawn, and I'm just like, yes. Right. I did notice that he had yellow eyes, though. Did you notice that?
Yeah.
No, or were they red?
Oh my god. I think they were yellow, if I remember correctly.
Let me look. Hang on. Devil spawn Supernatural.
Oh my god. I'm so excited. So excited for that. And, I mean, Supernatural may hate you or love you at times. Spawn. Did it show?
Hang on. Season.
It may have been. Who knows?
Right, let's look at this.
So much dead space in here. Oh god.
Here, you keep talking and I'll figure it out.
But yeah, I'm really excited for it. So yeah, Supernatural may hate you and I may love you at times, but that season finale just made me love you again, because oh my god, that was a great season finale. So yeah, I mean, once Brittney finally finds the screenshot, we will talk about Wonder Woman. And yeah, Wonder Woman. I have thoughts. You know what? I think we should save that till next episode.
Oh, wait a minute. Okay, so first of all, her body wasn't torn to shreds. She was perfectly intact. I don't know how, because that 19-year-old body out of her. But she's perfectly kind of like a Sleeping Beauty.
Oh.
Good. Okay.
Did you go to Tumblr or something?
I went to YouTube.
Oh. Right.
Wait, hand.
Okay.
Show me.
Okay.
One. Give me the eyes.
Did you get the eyes?
Yellow. They're yellow.
Ah, see?
God,
told you.
He's so amazing, and I can't wait for it.
Right.
So excited.
Alrighty.
I just got really happy again.
It's fine. That took a while. Alright. So, come back next episode, and we'll talk about Wonder Woman.
We're waiting? Sorry, I was not listening while I was looking up. We're waiting for Wonder Woman?
Yeah, I'm telling them they should come back next episode because we're going to talk about Wonder Woman. Okay, so that's Spoil Your Appetite. I'm Tristan.
Oh, I'm Brittney.
And you've just been spoiled.